of Shia and a sunny cigarette. A fatwa on those Minutemen, no time for regrets. And who are the sons of liberty now? Where are the good Americans? Rahab is pulling the red strings of Jericho. Sacagawea, I need to see it. We're gonna float the snake on our cross of stones. We're gonna smoke a peace pipe made of bones. Condoleezza, did you really believe it when they said it was a slam dunk? Ain't only sticks and stones that hurt you. Atop the level stumps of corn lay the Amalekites, and Joshua stood unscathed. Walt Whitman said, the real war will never be written about. Joshua Chamberlain said, on great fields something stays, in great deeds something divides. In the ecstasy of that history, Nathan Bedford Forrest said, horse holders to the rear! Horse holders to the rear! Watch them run like sons of bitches. Today is a good day to die, or like whatever. Who said that? Was it the checkered demon or a sooty bull? He who hides the disease hides the remedy. Campbell dogs will dine on your flesh tonight. They will fight over your bloody footprints. No flesh shall be spared. We are making weapons now from Goliath's bones. Lead me to the wailing wall. I want to see Goliath fall. There'll be no handball playing at the wailing wall. And I know how David felt when he flipped out and missed, swearing off his allegiances like a beer belly over a Bible belt. Hey, soldier! Have you seen Goliath's shield? I don't know, man. Where'd you leave it? And how did it make you feel? And Bob Deck, Bad Dog, Hang Dog, swinging in the breeze. Down, boy, down, tail between your knees. Razor burn, paper cut, kill them in their rooms. Bad times 3, doom, daddy, doom. Rug burn, hangnail, shoot them in the streets. Rug burn, hangnails, hang them from the trees. So leave it in the closet or put it on the shelf. The only real revolution is the one inside yourself. Peachtree Creek, Gaines Mill, Fredericksburg. Have you heard the word from Gettysburg? Chickamauga, Chickamauga. I got my hair cut in Gaza. I got friendly fire. I got collateral damage. I colorized the Battle of Algiers. I took Aqaba from the rear. Hypatia was the first lipstick librarian, and she got murdered right over here. And all the dead soldiers on the side of the road from Gitmo Bay to Jericho, how many of those dead were queers? Left at the muddy crossroads or lying by the wall. At Winchester, Cedar Mountain, Bryce's Crossroads, 7 Days, 7 Pines, Khe Sanh, Saigon, Ia Drang, An Lac, Bien Hoa, Quang Tri, the DMZ, from Missionary Ridge to Abu Ghraib, from the Mekong Delta to Babylon, Haditha, Fallujah, Ramallah, and I'm back! Back in the Solder City groove. 1 million dead can't be wrong. The bloody shirt, the law of return. Bury the wounded if they won't move. Shoot them all, Stonewall said. I do not wish them to be brave. About the third day, only heroes were left. Clear them out by the bayonet. By the third day, only heroes were left. And Jesus turned to the thief and said, the only real revolution is the one inside your head. And Jesus turned to the thief and said, the only real revolution is the one inside your head. We got greenhouse gas. We got shot out of class. We got shot in church. Did we get our money's worth? Manassas to Pretoria. Damascus by sundown. Looking for a place to hide on the wrong side of town. We were losing the war before the towers collapsed. We're running out of daylight on the road to Damascus. We're running out of time on the way to Damascus. I held my last best friend. I held him while he died. I held on to him a little while longer before I buried him in the hole that he watched me dig. Before his eyes glazed over and it was time to let him go.
Hey, soldier!
Thank you. Normally this would have been where we would take a break, but things got turned around a little bit, so we're just going to keep going until the night is over. Sonia, I need you back up here. We're going straight into the second set. We're going to do two more. We're going to do this one, and then we have a special finale that we've been planning for the last 15 minutes. Is Ben, are you still here? We want you to join us for the last one, the one after this one. Does anybody like sleeping? Does anybody like dreaming? How about those waking dreams where the alarm goes off
The instant you find the honey hole or the money or the love of your life, and then it's over. And in that split-second epiphany, you understand everything. Man flies during dream. Solos at first light. After dead reckoning, his flight plan all night. Man dreams all night, and dreams of dying. Dreams of dying during flight. Awakens, comes alive, sees himself falling, lunges feebly, holding on to the missing pieces of his life. Man dreams of dying during flying dream. Pictures himself falling, unable to hang on to any handhold or even meaning. Man dog paddles along in the wide, deep, black sea of his own id and tumbles back end over end, like an anti-Icarus drifting too close to the moon. He thinks he knows everything, but he awakens too soon. Ironically, he thinks, if only I could wake up and write it all down, I could save us all. But then, dropping like a cartoon coyote in free fall, who caught in midair holds on for dear mercy to something that isn't there, he keeps falling. Awakes, goes back to sleep, and has the same dream all over again. Flying, that ends in dying every night for the rest of his life. Man dreams all night and flies during dream. Man dies during dream. Solos at first light. Awakens. 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 Remembers nothing. Is Black Atticus still here? I think it would be fun to throw him into this last one. We got a spare vocal mic.
I believe he's gone.
I think he had to take off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
By the way, there is a fund set up here to raise money for Phil Pollard's 3 daughters. We're trying to express our undying love for Phil by trying to help his daughters a little bit as they try to go on in this world without their dad. You should have seen his daughter Ellie get up and speak at his funeral. Pretty amazing. All of you who knew Phil knew how much Abraham Lincoln meant to Phil. We have a selection of top hats over here. If anybody wants to wear them, pass them out, wear them. I'm actually a second inaugural speech guy, but this is the one that Phil liked, so we're going to do it. Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract.
But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract.
The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that these dead shall not have died in